Iran's ambassador to Russia says his country would be ready to allow more inspections of one of its nuclear facilities, but only after a special protocol is signed. Tehran claims its notorious Parchin site is a conventional army base, but the UN's nuclear watchdog believes it has carried out covert atomic bomb research. Now, live to the Iranian capital and with political analyst Saeed Mohammed Morandi. Mr.
I didn't hear your question well because the line isn't very good, but I think I understand what you're saying. Right now, what the Iranians are saying is that in order for an agreement to be signed between Iran and the IAEA, the two sides have to trust each other. And for each give, there must be a take. In other words, if Iran takes a step forward, the IAEA must also give something in return, and vice versa. What the Iranians are saying is that Parchin, which is a military complex, it's fine with Iran for the IAEA to inspect that site, but the Iranians want it to be done within a comprehensive framework. Otherwise, if the Iranians allow the IAEA inspectors inside, there's no reason to prevent the Americans from giving, when they find nothing, then the Americans will say, no, well, it wasn't that building, it was another building in the Parchin site that you need to see. And this story will go on forever and ever. And the Americans don't want the issue resolved in the eyes of the Iranians. So the Iranians are saying, let's sign a comprehensive agreement, and then we will allow you into the site. In return, you have to give something to us. If it is proven that there is nothing there that is dangerous or suspicious, then the IAEA must give us a sign of approval and say that, yes, these suspicions were untrue, and in this particular case, the Iranians have no problem whatsoever. So it's very easy from the perspective of the Iranians to resolve, but the IAEA chief is basically someone who's controlled by the United States. He was installed by the United States, and he is one willing to resolve the situation.
So if I understand you clearly, you're saying there's a tit-for-tat issue happening here. Would you say this is what hindered the world powers, the Iranian talks in Kazakhstan last month? And who would you say is the more stubborn of the two sides?
Well, in the recent talks in Russia, what was interesting was that the Iranians put forward specific proposals. And the Iranians, which were linked directly to enriching uranium. But the other side was unable to give a clear response. And in fact, they said, the 5+1, they said that they have to go back to their capitals and seek advice and permission and have discussions with their leaders. So what came out from these talks was the fact that the Iranians were willing to be flexible, and the Iranians had the authority to make decisions, yet the 5+1 led by Ashton did not have room for maneuver. They did not have the authority to make a decision, and therefore the talk stopped. So I think what is clear now is that the Iranians are willing to talk seriously, yet the other side, because of the situation that Western countries have brought about. Otherwise, China and Russia have a much more progressive attitude to the talks. But the other side is unable to make a decision and to move forward.
Mr. Saeed Mohammed Morandi, political analyst, I have to leave it right there because I've just run out of time, but thank you very much for your analysis.